In Bernie's world, let me outline your life. Before and after birth, parents get paid family leave.
I mean, when I look at this, I don't see how America could possibly like this.
You have every powerful special interest and their lobbyists flooding Capitol Hill trying to defeat this legislation.
Lawmakers may still be on recess, but it is clear that the lobbyists are already hard at work.
Folks, and personally, I believe that our politicians, like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and even Joe Manchin, must do a better job of sending out stimulus checks to the American people. There are many people across the country that are still suffering financially, so a fourth stimulus check is definitely needed. Now let's get into the news.
Paid for.
The Chamber of Commerce has been among the most vocal opponents of the bill, but it is certainly not alone.
You got the fossil fuel industry out there.
Late this week, the House Representative Ways and Means Committee released a statement informing the public that lawmakers have decided to include an extension of the child tax credit's current structure through 2025. So folks, we're going to be receiving federal stimulus payments through the end of 2025. That's after Democrats saw the success of the program after just one payment. Many legislatures are eager to have this extension passed. These payments will become increasingly important in the coming months, as more than millions of households may see their incomes plummet as unemployment programs and eviction moratoriums expire.
Colleagues are busy telling everybody Bernie Sanders and the Democrats are going to raise taxes. You're right. We're going to raise them on the richest people in this country who start paying their fair share of taxes.
If we raise taxes.
Now, supporters of the bill were feeling more optimistic about its passage before Senator Joe Manchin argued that a strategic pause should be taken in the negotiations. That's right, folks. Joe Manchin wants to pause the negotiations on a fourth stimulus bill and a fourth stimulus check. And I personally disagree with that big time. Joe Manchin has to realize that many American people in this country are in need of financial help. Especially with the unemployment benefits coming to an end, a fourth stimulus check is definitely necessary. But the good news is this, folks.
Which allows them to pay, in some cases, not a nickel in federal income taxes. They've seen corporations make huge profits. In some cases, they're not paying a nickel in taxes. And what this legislation says, among many, many other things,
there's a couple groups urging Congress to provide $1,400 stimulus checks to Social Security recipients alone. Folks, do you support this payment? Do you believe that Congress should send out $1,400 stimulus checks to our seniors? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments below. But folks, for me, I agree with this. A fourth stimulus check will definitely help out our seniors. So folks, there's an advocacy group calling on Congress, as well as President Biden, to send out fourth stimulus payments. They claim that Social Security recipients are expected to see a cost of living adjustment of as much as 6.2% in 2022, and that is the largest since 1983. Rising inflation and Medicare Part B costs, however, could eat away at much of that increase, and Social Security's COLA is determined each year using the CPIW. According to the Senior Citizens League, the vast majority of SSI recipients said that their expenses grew by more than $20 a month, with 40% of people saying that expenses have increased by more than $100. What are your thoughts on the current landscape of America, everybody? Do you see your expenses increasing? Do you believe that our daily needs, like milk, gas, as well as groceries, are all increasing? And do you believe that our seniors should get a fourth stimulus check to help out with this? Tell me in the comments below. So, struggling Americans and progressive lawmakers have been advocating for the fourth round of payments to be sent out. This is all the while the American Rescue Plan has offered economic benefits to key demographics in America. However, there's one demographic that is also in need of much assistance, and that is our Social Security recipients. Social Security benefits are one of the few types of income in retirement adjusted for inflation. But soaring inflation has taken a toll on household finances of retired and disabled Social Security recipients. 2021 Social Security benefits increased by just 1.3%, raising the average benefit by only $20 a month. Now, stimulus checks are being sent out to homeowners, and here's how to find out if you're eligible for this. Millions of people are still receiving the third round of stimulus checks and plus-up payments, while many parents are also eligible to receive the child tax credit payments. Now, let's not forget that homeowners are receiving more stimulus checks, The Homeowners Assistance Fund is part of the bill, which will help homeowners struggling with their mortgages. The fund includes helping those who face delinquencies and foreclosures due to the crisis. The New York Times reported back in April over 3 million households were behind on paying their rent mortgages. We're behind on paying their mortgages. And the fund can help millions of people who face foreclosures. I support this, everybody, and I believe that Congress should do more things and help out the American people with a fourth round of payments.
And I think Nancy Pelosi is holding all this up because she's trying to get through a $3 trillion, package of social spending. And it's probably got so much pork and junk in it, it's unbelievable. And absolutely, I am not for anything to do with just throwing money away in the federal government today. The way I see it, and you know me, I'll always just tell you point blank the truth. The way I see it, the Biden administration has had so many issues that have happened, and they have. I mean, like it or not like it. We all watch what's going on in Afghanistan. We all watch what's going on at our southern borders. We all watch what's going on, do we not? And are we not just baffled beyond belief, and we don't like it? We just plain don't like it. There's so much politics, and the politics aren't any good. There's no question that there's social programs that we can do in this country and make things better. And there's no question that our hearts and everything would want to do those. But what's being asked is this, in my opinion. What's being asked is for our federal government to have $3 trillion that they can just throw out in every direction under the sun and basically assure themselves of a good success in the midterm. And we're holding that up. We're holding the infrastructure bill up until we get this social bill through first. It's wrong. It's the wrong thing. We do not need that. We need broadband. We need water and sewage. We need absolutely, we need those projects. We need to finish the Coalfield Expressway and Quarter H. We need to do those things across this nation. Every state has those things. There's no question whatsoever. I am rock solid behind the federal infrastructure bill. I spoke yesterday with Congressman McKinley. He's doing a wonderful job and everything, and I believe that he is wholeheartedly supportive of this bill. But nevertheless, I congratulate him and all those